I am about to read your mind right through your phone screen. So what I need you to do is to tell me which of these 3 lines is the same size as this line right here, okay? Take it a second, think about it. Got it? Perfect. I bet you chose line number 2, this line right here. And if you chose line number 2, you would be absolutely correct. That is the same size. But what if I told you that 75% of people chose either lines number 1 or line number 3, even though line number 2 is clearly the one that is the same size? Well, this was called the Asch Conformity Experiment. It was done in 1951, and it had a group of several people given this experiment, given this test, right? Now, the thing about this experiment was most of the people in this group were actors. They were in on the experiment. They were deliberately choosing one of the 2 lines that were clearly not the right size, saying line number 1 is the same size or line number 3. Well, the final person in the group was the actual real test subject who was not in on the experiment. And the purpose of this experiment was to see how conformity shape someone's opinion. If the fact that everybody else in the room clearly chose the wrong option, if that would influence this real person's choice, regardless of the clear evidence in front of them. And yes, what they found is that on average, over the course of the experiment, roughly 75% of the real participants who were not in on the experiment ended up conforming with the group and going for one of the obviously wrong choices, even though the evidence was clearly in front of them about what the right choice was. This is conformity. We are all subject to this. We all fall into these things. I try to use it in more of in a good sense when I perform corporate mind reading shows. When I get people up on stage with me and I have a group of, 5, 6, 7 people on stage with me, and I'm actually reading their minds, they are going to have outsized reactions. They are loving it because I'm actually reading their minds. They're going to be laughing, they're going to be smiling, they're going to be visibly excited. And I try to get multiple people up on stage with me, making them visibly excited because that makes the audience even more excited as well. The audience, the individuals in the crowd, they will react to the people on stage reacting. I know that can be a little confusing. Obviously the audience would like the mind reading effects if it was just me on stage, but the fact that I have other people as social proof of like, hey, this is really good. You can see how well these people are reacting right now. That makes the entire audience react better. So that is how I, as a mentalist, use groupthink and conformity to try to make my shows even better.